Myles Garrett sets the NFL sack record with 23 sacks. And I think what's even more notable, I've seen several people tweet this out, but he did the sack record with only 437 total snaps because the Browns weren't exactly playing in a lot of tight games this year with leads, breaking the TJ Watt, Michael Strahan tie. Strahan did it on 567 snaps. Watt did it on 616 snaps. So well below those.
Wow.
But it was some people are trying to conspiracy theory it. Oh, Burrow gave it up. If you watch it, Shelby Harris, I think it's looping around. And Garrett just beats Orlando Brown right away. But you were excited to see this moment. You've been watching a lot of Browns games live to see this moment. So how'd it feel for you to watch Garrett get the record?
It felt like I was like watching like the Falcons do something cool. Like I was really cheering that hard when he got the final sack. And man, I saw people say like this is Joe Burrow like giving up on the play, like trying to make it like the Brett Favre thing. Those are not the same things. And first of all, even the Brett Favre thing, I mean, what he's either gonna slide or he's gonna get killed. I don't know. Did he give himself up? Yeah, but would he have given himself up in like any other circumstance? Probably. So
probably.
It's
how it went.
It is what it is. But to say that this one is Joe Burrow giving himself up, like only in the sense that Myles beat Orlando Brown off the ball so fast that by the time Joe Burrow was like at the end of his drop, it's like I duck or I get strip sacked. Like those are my choices. So I mean, you see him duck, and that's the first time that I've ever seen anyone say that this is like a sack that you wouldn't give the defensive line credit for, because the only reason Joe Burrow went down was because of Myles Garrett, and he beat him off the ball so fast. What I love about the last sack was it was just like the perfect play to kind of get a picture of his skill set. I mean, the guy's like he's 6'5", pushing 280, gets off the edge faster than just about any edge rusher in the league. And then when he's like at the point of like the apex, when he's about to turn the corner, I mean, on a 90-degree dime, just turns the corner with 350-pound Orlando Brown on his back. Like most guys, like sometimes like with those heavy ass offensive tackles, when you get to like the point of trying to get past them, they just sit on you and you just, just
they run you by,
washed out. But he can bend like Von Miller can at like 40 pounds heavier, and then he closes for the sack. I mean, just all-time player, all-time season. I didn't realize he had played that few snaps, which is, oh my goodness, that's really just an incredible marker for that.
Oh man, Next Gen Stats with a great stat here. I was actually looking up literally the same thing because his average get off was 0.6 seconds today. Anything below 0.8 is elite, and he was 0.6. I that's one of the fastest I've ever seen. Like when I just review a game. Yeah. But Next Gen Stats here, you can see it on our live show, but he crossed the line on that sack, crossed the line of scrimmage on 0.23 seconds, the fastest get off time of any sack in the NFL this season. It felt that way because he was already turning the corner before Brown was like, oh God, like you said, trying to run him by. It's a tremendous thing. He played, this is the most impressed, obviously he has the sack record, but how hard he's been playing against the run too, on a team that was going nowhere, playing rookie quarterbacks the entire year, or old Joe Flacco. Like, I mean, that's tremendous. I thought him and then Carson Schwarzenegger, who didn't play this year or played today, I don't think, but he was defensive rookie of the year to me. That's a really cool season to have for this Browns team that just didn't have a lot. They won this game with 200 yards on offense, 82 passing yards on offense, 30% success rate, 3.8 yards per play. Yeah. The Bengals had 24 first downs. The Browns had 11, and they won the game. 72% of the Browns' yards today were off yak. 0.67 points per drive. 21% sack rate for the Browns today, 6 sacks and 4 QB hits. This is their offense, I mean, and they won this game.
Yeah.
And I do think it just is. You talked about how he turns the corner. Von Miller is the guy in my brain that is the most Gumby, at least in my kind of like adult brain. Obviously, I saw guys when I was younger and stuff, but he's doing it at 245, and Garrett does it at 285 and maybe more. And what they call it is run the hoop. It's insane what he can do is running the hoop and bending around that hoop. It's truly. Well, I don't think we can't use words enough. Like there's no words to describe what you see. And it's kind of cool that there's actually a record to like stamp what this guy has done throughout his career and what he's built himself into being as a player.
And also this is just one of those moments that it makes you it kind of like connects you back to just like the humanity aspect of the game, because obviously like this season's lost, they stink,
Yeah.
they've got a lot
Yeah.
of changes coming this offseason. But when he got that sack, the way everyone absolutely lost their mind on the field, and they carried him off the field, and he's on everyone's shoulders on the sidelines, and then even this lost game between two teams that aren't doing anything, to see how excited all of them were when Shador got down the field and they got the field goal off, I was like, that was kind of cool. It's like, man, even when you have these seasons where ultimately at the end point you didn't get where you wanted to, you can still find things to really care about, and those are kind of like my favorite moments. Like last year when the Bucks got Mike Evans like that 1,000-yard catch, and everyone just lost their mind. It's like
they should be running the clock and they're throwing the ball.
Right, like it's good stuff. It's good. Exactly. That's what I just love. So shout out to Myles Garrett. That's an incredible record to get.
I agree with that. It's kind of cool to see. That's the thing is, obviously the goal is to win the Super Bowl, but everyone's got kind of like different successful seasons. Like I saw today, and some of the incentive stuff is fun to like track and see what happens. Like Dawson Knox caught a touchdown, and you can see Mitch Trubisky just he had two wide open tight ends, and he just goes, waves off. I think it was Dalton Kincaid. He's like, no, never mind. Never mind. There you go. No. Like he better get a steak dinner out of that or something out of that.
That's right.
But Chase Young got his 10th sack, and you can see he's on the sideline going like, and guys are like, 10, I got 10. Like he was Billy Bob in Varsity Blues, and guys are just like so happy for him, and he's all fired up. That's it. That the Saints it's more or less a lost season. It's more about little victories for that team, but it's kind of cool. I agree. I love seeing the personal stuff, the personal aspect stuff. My last kind of thing on it was the Favre play too, again with Strahan, was a run play where he kept the ball. And that's why that was a gentleman's agreement, give him the sack. Yeah. And then it was a one-man bootleg, basically a lonesome. And this one was a true pass play. And Burrow today, he had 17 pass attempts under 2.5 seconds. His time to throw was like 2.6 seconds. And it was like one of the fastest he had the entire season. He did not want to get got. Just like not as bad as Rodgers last week, but to an extent, he was like, no, I'm not going to get. And then I think he finally was like, you got me. Yeah, you got me.
Yeah. I think Myles was listening to the show last week because his alignments were way better this week. He wasn't out in the 20 technique, He was like rushing from tackle, rushing from nose, like getting closer, and then he got down. I'm like, there we go, man.
He finally got it. I know his feet were on the numbers when he was rushing the passer. Yeah, but all right, it was cool to see some history, especially for just a odd year from the Browns. And rumors are that Stefanski might be out and Andrew Berry might stay, and Stefanski might be the hottest coach on the market given what's out there right now.